What's going on, muscle monsters? Align Gonzalez here, and in this video we're going to talk about whether you should be consuming 3 meals or 6 meals if you want to maximize muscle growth. In the past, we've been told that if we don't eat after say 3 hours, our body will start to eat away at our muscle tissue. I remember when I first started training, I really believed this, and when I was stuck at work or in a position where there was no food readily available and I hadn't eaten in a few hours, I would get anxious and I would get aggravated, and I would just assume that all of my hard work was going down the drain. But thankfully, we have plenty of research that proves that this is not the case, right? Not just because food takes hours to digest and absorb. So if we're eating in a caloric surplus, chances are there's always food being absorbed and or digested. But more importantly, because we have all of this research showing anywhere from 1 meal per day up to 14 meals per day, and it's pretty damn clear that it doesn't really have a huge impact on our body composition. The one thing that we do want to consider when we are trying to figure out how many meals we should consume per day is food-induced protein synthesis. So protein intake is accompanied by an elevation in protein synthesis, right? It stimulates protein synthesis whenever we consume protein. And so the goal there is to, or for the day, if we want to maximize growth, is to synthesize more protein than we're breaking down. And typically, if you're consuming enough calories and enough protein, we are accomplishing this. But just to be safe, we want to make sure that we're also maximizing food-induced protein synthesis throughout the day. All right, and thankfully we have research on this, and we found that 20 grams of protein served every 3 hours, spread out to about 4 meals per day, is enough to maximize food-induced protein synthesis. And we compared this to, I think it was 8 meals per day with 10 grams per meal, or 40 grams per meal at 2 meals per day, and 20 grams of protein per sitting every 3 hours for about 4 meals did the trick. Okay? This is not to say that you have to eat 4 meals per day and space them out exactly 3 hours apart. It's just a guideline, right? We know, number one, that we want to have at least 3 to 4 meals per day if we want to maximize food-induced protein synthesis. But we also know that with each meal, we want to have at least 20 grams of protein. Now, obviously, you're going to have more than 20 grams, and that's totally fine, because if we have 4 meals times 20 grams per meal, that's not going to be enough for our total intake for the day in terms of protein. However, having more per sitting is not going to have a negative impact on your muscle gains. In fact, we need our total daily protein if we want to maximize muscle growth. So I wouldn't worry about how much protein you have per meal, other than the fact that it has to be 20 or more in order to stimulate protein synthesis from your meals. Okay, so the short answer is try to get 3 to 4 meals per day with at least 20 grams of protein per sitting to maximize food-induced protein synthesis. If your schedule does not allow it, right, and you can only say sit down to eat twice per day, that's totally fine. Okay, you're not at a disadvantage. Just make sure that within those 2 meals, you're consuming enough total calories and enough total protein. Goes the same if you need to eat 6 meals, right? Maybe it's just fits your schedule better. Maybe you don't like the bigger meals, whatever the case may be. Just ensure that you're getting your 20 grams of protein per sitting, and just ensure that you're getting your total calories, okay? And total protein intake, obviously. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, click the like button below. And while I have you here, I want to give you a gift. I want to give you a free copy of my book, Bulk Up Fast. If you are serious about transforming your body in the next 90 days, then I want to give this to you as a gift. All you have to do is cover the shipping. All right, I've already paid for the book. You just cover the shipping and I will ship it anywhere in the world. All right, so click the link in the description. Tell me where to send it, cover the small shipping fee, and it's yours. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll talk in the next video.